Alright, my scanner is now level 9, and it's giving me 240% protection against stealth. And I actually did the math for this, and I believe a level 9 scanner is actually going to be enough against most stealth attack at this level. Because currently, there's pretty much 3 things that they can do to get into my network. The first method is the portal attack, where they put an access here, wraith, access here, wraith, access here, and portal here. And I calculated that, and that's actually going to take 1,798 sensitivity or visibility exactly. Oh, and by the way, I just realized that it's called visibility officially, not detection, as I've been saying, so I'm going to try and call it that from now on. And another attack is if they put access here, wraith here, access, wraith here, access, wraith. And that will cost 1,840 visibility exactly. And finally, another thing that they can do is access, wraith and access, wraith and access, access, and then try the portal here, which is outside of the scanner range, since the scanner only goes up to the Bequay mine. And that will cost them 2,344 visibility. So that's going to be the 3 method of attack that my network is primarily weak to when it comes to stealth. And according to my calculation, with 240% increased sensitivity from the scanner, it's going to be able to block all of the attacks that I just mentioned. So it seems like I'm at a pretty good spot for protecting against stealth attack. However, this only applies if they're using level 1 stealth. And I did a quick calculation, and I think if they have about level 6 stealth, which is what I'm trying to get actually right now, then they will still be able to do either the portal attack or the wraith attack on the sentry. So in order to prevent that, because, well, I think the highest stealth level I've seen so far is level 4. I don't think I've actually seen any level 6, but just in case, I might want to upgrade the scanner to level 10. And another benefit of upgrading to level 10 is that, well, it changes the look compared to level 9, so that's a plus. It costs exactly 2 million, which is exactly how much I can carry right now. So after I upgrade the scanner, then I'm basically forced to upgrade the storages if I want to do anything more. And it's also more intimidating, I guess, because, well, it looks different. It could be either level 10 or level 12, and they can't tell because level 10 and level 12 all uses the same icon, or display, or whatever you want to call it. So that's the reason I'm thinking of upgrading the scanner to level 10 and then probably stopping there, since it doesn't seem like a lot of people will have that high of a stealth level attack my network. So if I do want to upgrade my scanner to level 10, I need 2 million. And people have been attacking me a lot recently, all with stealth, and they took a lot of my money. So 453k, 439k, 382k, 385k, and I need to get it back, or else I'm going to be out of money. Because if I don't get the money back, then yeah, I'm not going to be able to upgrade the scanner anytime soon. And the good thing is, since I got the daily challenge revenge again, it fits perfectly for me to retrace the attacks and try to get my money back. And another thing is, I finished upgrading my beam cannon to level 10, so that has 45 strength now, and that's going to help me again quite a bit. So let's do some retraces. I'm going to start from the oldest, simply because doing it this way, I'll be able to retrace as many as possible, since apparently there's only a limited number of people that gets in your security log. Because you can see that some of the people I retraced on my last video are already gone, and I can't even view the replay anymore. So let's start with MOBX19. Oh, and before I do that, I want to actually check that they still have my money, because maybe they spent it by now. This guy has 186k. Alright, perfect. He still has some of my money. Or it could be his money. Who knows? It's been a while. So I'm not seeing anything too scary on this network, so let's just go for it. So it's just standard beam cannon opener here. Seems like he got his attack priority right. It's attacking the compiler first before this library, as I would like. But that's fine. He has this turret here. Gonna try and just overwhelm it. Oh no, I can't do that. He has a guardian protecting it. It's gonna go down before I can do that. So here I'm just gonna put 3 and ice wall. It's protected by 2 black ice, but the black ices are slow, so I should still be able to get both of them. Yeah, and I did. And here I am on the code gate. I want to put some beam cannons here just to take down the sentry and the scanner so the antivirus isn't being... Oh, yeah, my bad there. I was trying to put on the shield onto the black ice, but I didn't click on the black ice correctly, and it turned my screen. And sometimes that happens, which is pretty annoying. But it wasn't a big deal, I think. I'll still be able to complete this just fine. Oh, and another thing that's really good is that with my new beam cannon, I can basically take down code gates with just beam cannons now. Which really saves me on the compile time, because the blaster takes 5 minutes to compile, whereas the beam cannon takes 20 seconds. So, if possible, I would rather use the beam cannon. And I know that my beam can actually cost 18 Bitcoin per cannon now, which is actually pretty expensive. So if I go with 5 beam cannon, it's actually more expensive than 1 blaster, because the blaster is only 50 Bitcoins right now. So despite that though, I think the compile time really makes a big difference, because it means I can do more hacks in less time. So overall, even though it's more expensive, I think it's more worth it. And I will just save the blaster for a truly troublesome code gate, or for some harder choke points to basically disable the choke point and make it easier. And the funny thing is, my beam cannon actually costs more than the ice wall now, because the ice wall is just really not worth it at how much it increases. Going to level 3, it's going to double the compilation price to 30 Bitcoin per ice wall, but it's only going to increase the buffer size by 50, which is like, I don't know, 1 more antivirus hit, or maybe 2 more antivirus hit from a sentry like mine, and that's about it. So we got a level 30 who tried to come in with stealth again, and it looks like he just gave up after 2 access program. And it seems like he was only carrying 1 Wraith, so he just puts down the access program on the code gate, and he instantly gets 2.3k visibility from that. So I guess he should have probably carried 2 Wraith at least. But it seems like he thinks for a while, and I guess he's trying to decide, but he just gives up. That was too much visibility in one go right there. So far, Scanner is doing well, but he doesn't have a second Wraith, so that was his problem. Still not sure how I would stand up against someone who it actually has both Wraiths, but if my math is correct, he shouldn't be able to make it in anyway. So let's continue on retracing people. Okay, the next guy we have to get is Yams47, a level 27, same level as me. So let's see how his network is. His black ice seems like a decent level. His sentry is lower level than mine, same level Kogate as me. Same level turret, slightly higher level guardian, but overall it doesn't seem too scary. I think my protector can hold on the detector, and if not, then I will use the shocker. Seems like a good use for the shocker. Okay, he has 1 higher level turret than me, so he got that going. So let me just go with this. And should be able to get it in. Yeah. Seems like it might be a bit challenging, so I'm gonna throw it down, just in case. But now for sure I will be able to get it. And here I'm going to also put down another protector. But this should be slightly easier. Mainly because he only has 2 guardians, and the blaster has a way bigger effect on the black ice. Although, I guess it's still gonna drop anyway, but that's fine. It's not a big deal. So we'll just slowly... Actually, I only need to break 1 code gate, so I think this code gate placement isn't that good. Since it doesn't really matter which code gate I break, I am into his storages either way. But since he has both code gates connected, it's gonna just break both for good measure. So maybe he could change the code gate placement a bit, is what I would recommend. His farms are a bit low level, so it's taking a lot of damage. He seems to have most of his stuff in the storages. Alright. I really wonder what happens if one of these guys decide to retrace me again and then try the stealth hack thing again. Will they succeed? It would be interesting to find out. Next up, we have the level 27 N073 1I73. He was the guy who left the tip saying to protect against the portal. Good luck. So I did upgrade my scanner to level 9, and maybe if I hack him and he tries to hack me back before I upgrade the scanner again to level 10, maybe he can see if this is good enough against the portal or not. So let's retrace him. And he has a lot of money too, so that's pretty good. Doesn't seem too threatening. He has his black ice on upgrade, his antivirus is in a high level, his core is here, which is a bit awkward, I guess, because I'm gonna have to attack the core. But that's fine. I will just double up on the core to save some time. Or actually, I might not even need to do that. This beam cannon is doing a lot of damage. I did not realize how strong the level 10 beam cannon is until just now. It took down the core before I even got to double up on it. Wow. He is upgrading the core though. I'm not sure what level his core is. Maybe it's level 8, 7-ish, I think, since he only has 1 guardian. And you get a second guardian at level 8, so... I think he only has this 1 black ice, so 3 beam cannons should be able to focus it down. But then here, he has a few more nodes connected, so I'm going to put on the protector just to be safe. Although I don't think I really needed it that much. Because I thought he had a few more connected, but I think I was wrong. Oh well. Actually I'm going to put on a blaster here, because it does have the antivirus on, and it's not a really strong server farm. Here I should just be able to do the rest with just beam cannons. Alright, and I'll leave a message saying thanks for the tip. Not too sure if I'm trying to be sarcastic or not, but yeah. Oh, and it also looks like apparently I unlocked the Lost Archive skin, I think, yeah. I have 500 reputation now, so let's take a look. Preview. And it's decent. It feels a bit messy though. It's kind of blocky. Maybe that's the goal. I don't know. I'll think about it. Not really in a hurry to get it, but it's pretty nice. If anything, it'll be worth it to get to 2k reputation and then just get the red matrix skin, just as a proof of reaching there. I mean, if anything, that's one good use I can think of for the skin. So the level 27 N073-1I73 just tried to retrace us immediately again, and this time he failed, which is exactly what we want. So let's see what happened here. He is still trying to use the portal, And it looks like he only carried one Wraith, so he's just trying to lay down the access right away. But that immediately got him to 2.3k, and now he's at 3.4k visibility after just Wraithing that one gate. And he's putting on the portal anyway, which I don't really think is a good idea. I mean, he had 3.4k visibility, so he already knows that he's not going to make it. So might as well save the V-coins from the portal, right? Because after all, it's 160 V-coins, I believe. So he has this level 1 battering ram, which is taking pretty long on his Colgate. It seems like that's, what, 5 hits already? 4 hits? I think this is the 5th. And it took like 6 or 7 hits to take down that one Colgate with a level 1 battering ram. So definitely seems like the battering ram isn't really that good unless you level it, which once again is the reason why I use the blaster, since after all, with the blaster you pretty much do the same thing at the same level, but the blaster also has other uses as well. So he makes us to this Colgate, and the antivirus is actually pretty strong on that Colgate. I'm not sure why, but the Colgate is taking quite a bit of damage. Although his beam cannon is only level 6, so that might account for a bit of it. So now he's actually going to face me head on as opposed to using stealth. So it looks like his strategy is just spamming level 6 ice walls, but he already used, what was that, 6 or 7 ice walls already? So that's quite a bit of ice walls he just used there on that one choke point. If anything, that would have been a great place to use a protector, but then again, there are a lot of places to use a protector, and he only has one against my network. So it looks like the turret actually gets taken back by the scanner, interesting enough, and it's already taking back some of the security nodes up front. So he's struggling even securing this first area here. He's lost the turret again, and now the sentry is back. And now he's about to lose the black ice again. So I'm not sure what his plan is. It seems like he's trying to just go right for the scanner, but the scanner is taking a lot of fire from the antivirus, because if you take a look, it only takes 6 hits. So 2 antivirus shots and the scanner is down, and he wasted all of his ice walls, so now he can't do anything because he doesn't have time to put on the protector since it goes down so fast, and he has no more ice walls and no shocker. So I guess he's done. So that was definitely pretty good. Although I still would have liked to see what happened if he would use the Wraith here, since the idea was to see if he could Wraith this, and then access onto that, and then still get a portal in. Or still Wraith that. But so far, everyone has just been trying to bypass the first Colgate with an access without Wraithing, which is definitely not a good idea. So now I have 1.9 million, and I only need 20k really. So I'm just gonna try and find someone who doesn't have a lot of money, so it doesn't all go to waste, so we can retrace someone who has a lot of money later. How about this guy? Level 33, EyalGA. He has a lot of money. How about Eliza Swan? He's a level 25, lower level, and he has just as many money as I want. So let's take a look here. He has his Colgate at a kind of a weird position here, I guess, because this scanner is connected to the Colgate, but it doesn't really play an effect. I'm not sure why the scanner is there actually. So it just looks like the Colgate will go onto the Guardian, and then the Guardian is connected to... Okay, it's connected to the Sentry instead of this turret for some reason, so I don't really like that. I think it should at least connect to the turret. And it's connected to this black ice, so I'm gonna want a protector there. I'm not sure if I need a blaster, simply because all of his nodes are relatively low level. His antivirus is a bit low level, so I'm just gonna try without the blaster and see if I might be able to just save some time on the next compile. And so far so good. I got onto this, and I'm gonna put on the turret and the ice wall here. Or not the turret, the beam cannons. And I can put on 4 beam cannons here onto this Colgate. So, oh, I didn't notice that there was a server farm there. So I better take that. And here I'm on the core, but it's connected to a code gate, so I should be able to be just fine with beam cannons. Yeah, I really don't know why so many people like to connect the core directly to a code gate, since that's not really a good use of the core. It would be really good if they do it and connect it like a low program slot node like the scanner, because then I would be forced to at least use an ice wall or a protector on there, because it would die so fast. And then it would also reduce my damage, since I would have 2 beam cannons as opposed to 3. And I might even have to use a blaster or something like that. But like this, all I need to do is just use 3 beam cannons. Leave a message saying just doing the daily challenge. So, I think, how many was that? Okay, so I got 4 so far, so I just need 1 more later. But we now have enough money to upgrade the scanner to level 10, which is what I'm planning to do, as I was mentioning, just to be a bit on the safe side. Now, it looks like to upgrade the scanner to level 10, I'm going to need 4 days and 12 hours, which is a bit long even with 4 threads on it. Because with 4 threads on it, it's going to be 1 day and 3 hours. So my B coins is going to be vulnerable to hacking again, so I should do something about it in the meantime. Now what I'm thinking of is, if they portal, they usually portal somewhere here, or here, or here. Those are popular places to portal. So maybe if I move the sentry back here, then it could temporarily be a good way to stall them, even if they do portal. Since usually when they portal, the rest of their programs aren't really that high level at the same time, as I noticed. So if I just put a bit of a challenging antivirus back here, it might still deter them from portaling in. So now how would I do this though? Because I know that I definitely want to put the antivirus to connect to these 2 nodes, security nodes, so that it spreads really fast. But then I wouldn't have an antivirus up here, which means it's going to take a long time to spread up. So I don't really want that. So I definitely need to move one of these sentries up there. But I only have 3 sentries, and I can't get any more for now. So I might have to actually do quite a bit more and detach both sentries, and then I end up connecting the server farm to the Guardian, and then after that I use the storages to protect the make the choke point one of the server farms and the Bitcoin mine. So that might be something I can do. I think this is weaker though than my old setup, but I have to do this because otherwise I'm not going to be able to get the antivirus support that I want up front if I put the antivirus back there. So this is going to be a temporary thing, and I'm just going to put this up here. And then for this one last antivirus, I think what I can do is I can connect it to the Guardian, and maybe that. So the idea here is that this antivirus is the strong antivirus. It's going to immediately spread to these 2 nodes, and these 2 nodes will immediately begin spreading to the Guardian. Hopefully it will start fast enough to go up here and here, thanks to these 2 antiviruses also spreading this way, and this antivirus also spreading this way. So hopefully there's going to be enough time for the antivirus to spread in the case of a normal hack. And in the case of a portal hack where they portal onto here or here, then the antivirus will be here anyway, so they can't avoid the strong antivirus. So I am sacrificing a bit to do this, but it's only temporary because I have to upgrade the scanner. Alright, so let's end off by hacking our last person for the revenge challenge. And I remember I was saying that I was going to hack EyalGA, whatever his name is, and he has a lot of money, so that's why I didn't hack him. But now I used the money, so we can go for it. Quick analysis of his network, antivirus and black ice, decently high level. Turret is decently high level, but overall the placements aren't the best, so I think I can just go for it just fine without really having to do much. So here I just need beam cannons because his black ice is connected to a single node. So that's not really the best way to do it. And here, it seems like it's connected to the code gate. So I'm just going to take down the code gate with his beam cannons alone, it seems like. Simply because he has so many, he has double sentry connected. So that's not really in his best interest. Because that gives me 8 beam cannon slots. So I can just take it down with only beam cannons. And it is a bit of a waste of beam coins, but at the end of the day, it means I can recompile 8 beam cannons way faster than 1 blaster nonetheless. So it all works out. Here I might want to be careful because he does have a high level turret connected to this one code gate. So I am going to put on an ice wall, but I should be able to bypass this. Actually no, I'm going to put on another one because he shot again with the black ice. Otherwise I would have been fine. So just to be safe. And here, since I have 4 slots, I'm not going to lose too much damage from having the core here. So that wasn't really a good placement. I mean, he should really aim to try and find a 3-slot node to place here instead. So, but because I had 4 slots, I didn't really end up losing that much damage. His compiler's pretty squishy though, actually, so I'm going to put on an ice wall. And here I think 2 will do, here I think 3 will do, here probably 2, and here probably 2. And I guess, should I leave a message? I guess I should. Even though he didn't actually hack me, so... Since when he attacked me, he disconnected, so technically he didn't actually get anything from me. But it's still gonna count for the daily challenge nonetheless, so... There we go. Okay, and that's it for today. Thank you, and I'll see you next time.